What's going on, you guys? Like, what we got to another DC TV talk. There we got a review for Swamp Thing, the episode 1, the pilot, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. Once again, if you don't know, I don't know that much history of Swamp Thing. Last night, I was up late reading like the Alan Moore run of Swamp Thing. I only think I read like issue 21, 22. 23 and 24, I want to say, and I really enjoyed it. Like, it got such a great build up. I still have to go read like the other issues when I get through with this. I got tired last night, but like I was really enjoying it. So this is basically about a guy who is murdered and becomes one with the swamp that is like has been chemically altered to grow. Like it's like some freaky science stuff. Okay, it's like people have been dumping stuff in this swamp. The swamp is becoming like a life has a mind of its own in a sense, and he becomes like one with the swamp, and he becomes Swamp Thing. And so the way this episode started, first of all, with my boy RJ Solid, I think he's a great actor. I would love to see him in more stuff. And him and the guys, they're just out and they're just dumping the stuff into the swamp, and then you start seeing like the boat turning, and they like, yo, what the hell is going on? And like the way they use the swamp and like the leaves and you know what I'm saying, the trees and everything to like it's like it's really like a horror movie. Because like you're not necessarily terrified for these people because you know they're doing something they ain't got no business, and you know they're doing something harmful. But when like it happens and you start seeing them get took under the water, and you see it, the swamp basically, I mean the stuff basically break through the rope and go through RJ Solid's like chest, and like he just up. I'm like, yo, they not playing. Like, you know, at that moment you know like, yo, this it's real. And it even gets even realer than that. You have the one guy who gets away. You see the girl at school, and like she's coughing, like the algae seems to be coming out of her mouth, and so it's like she's sick. You don't know what's going on with her, and then you're like, okay, apparently it's something from the swamp. You know what I'm saying? Something from the swamp has got to her. They call in Dr. Aber Kane, who I think does a fantastic job this entire episode. From so many different places. She had so many different notes in this episode. I thought it was great. And directing was great. Everything about this episode was great. And it moved at a pace where it moved at like a kind of a quick pace, but not too quick where it's like it seemed like it was rushed. You know what I'm saying? Because we get to see Swamp Thing this episode. And I wasn't expecting it. I'm thinking like, I wonder how many, I'm thinking to myself like how many episodes they're going to go before, like, I'm thinking, hey, 2, maybe 3 episodes before we see Swamp Thing. Like, and then we had great chemistry between her and I don't know the actor's name just off the top of my head, but like basically Aber Kane and like Alec, Holland. So the chemistry between them is great. He's trying to tell her, he's helping her decide to figure out what's going on. When he discovered them, her and the cop discovered them in the house. That was dope because you seeing like, he's like, yo, I just needed some, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see what's going on. I've been researching this for Sutherland, and I read that name in the comic last night. I know some stuff that goes down with him. And another character that I just saw that's in the cast, which I'm super looking forward to. And I hope they like tackle what I just read, honestly. But then they go researching and stuff, and you start to see why Abby hasn't been home in such a long time. You get to see a little bit of her backstory, what her relationship with the Southern world, what she sees when she ride by the bridge. You know, so she have a flashback. It's a few different things, and you kind of wondering like, okay, there's some stuff underneath the surface like that. You want to see, but it's just like you like. I need to know this. Like, you don't have to tell me now, but like it's something that I'm just gonna be curious about. You know what I'm saying? Then eventually it come out completely. It comes out in a way because she says like they had a daughter and they were best friends. Ab says she killed her, but I'm pretty sure there's more to the story than exactly. I mean, just that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's like, hey, I cut off a head or something like that. No, it's like, hey, we was, you know what I'm saying, playing around or something. We don't know just yet. And so we have the hospital. The hospital scene is crazy because you have the father dead body in there. He got all kinds of leaves and limbs and mosh, everything just sticking out of him. And then he doesn't come alive, but the plants do. And so it's basically like you see his heart falling out. You see like his mouth is like not even attached, but like the leaves are holding it up. It's terrifying. Like if I would have been there, I probably would have been in tears because I'm scared. Like it makes you wonder, like, yo, this is absolutely horrific. And I think the way they played the horror element in it was a plus. And then you like I said, you get like some stuff between Alec and Abby, and so you feel like the connection between them is there. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Alec is a very charismatic guy. He seems like a very cool dude, very chill guy. You know what I'm saying? He got like kind of a telepath, but you know, it's cool because it's like once you hear him talk and you hear him kind of explain the reason he does, when he don't necessarily explain, just like y'all stand by what I did. And I'm always for people who stand by what they do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's for the right reason. But he goes out like, hey, this stuff is like they go out and they see like a lot of the things and they find the boxes of the people who went out the beginning of the episode. And so they find like the little tools. They're like, hey, this is used to be dispersed. And he showed like early in the episode they like poured a couple of drops on like just some I forgot what they called it. Some something, but either way it went crazy, damn near killed him then. So then he said like this is that same element that was used in that, but like times a lot. He didn't give a number, he just said times a lot. So when he goes out there, he's trying to collect all these things that they put into the water because I'm pretty sure they're gonna explode again, and eventually, like it's gonna get even worse. So somebody, I wasn't expecting this. I know, I kind of like knew he died, but like in this fashion, I didn't know because the guy put one in his chest and one in his stomach, and like he fires an arrow, a bomb arrow at him, blows up his boat, and Alex sinks into the swamp, and then he becomes one with the swamp, and then you see him as Swamp Thing, and then you see Abby coming out there trying to save him, see where he at. Abby discovers one of the bodies out there. Then she runs into him. Of course, I don't care who he is. You're already terrified because the swamp already seemed to be attacking you. It seemed like Alec might have been able to control it and call it back. But then when you see him, I don't give a damn. You just as terrified as you was a couple minutes ago because you have this big swamp thing coming at you. It is crazy. Like so. The first episode, I thought the first episode, this was a hell of a pilot. Because I've been seeing a lot of people saying like this is the best thing DC has done, you know what I'm saying, on the streaming service. And I'm like, yo, that's I like Titans. I think Titans is probably the weakest thing, even though I like it. But I feel like Doom Patrol was just perfect, you know what I'm saying? Especially for what the show was and wanted to be, and I feel like it hit that in every way. And then Young Justice is great as well. So I'm like, I have to see what the fuss is about. And like Swamp Thing crushed it with this pilot. Like I said, I wish they would have gave us like 2 episodes, like to start off with. Cause like most shows do, they give you like 2 episodes to start off with. But like either way, I'm definitely. This is definitely going to be something you guys can expect a review from me from every week because I think this show knocked it out the park, right? Especially with this one episode. And I heard episode 2 is super good as well. So I'm looking forward to what they do. I'm excited about this. You guys let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.